Hello, everyone. Here is your precious metal update for October 13th, 2023. We're going to start with the gold futures weekly chart and then zoom into the daily gold chart. We're going to hit silver and then we're going to hit GDX miners real quick in this brief update. So, right now, we're looking at the weekly chart of gold. Prices collapsed over the last 2 weeks and now they're reversing strongly. This weekly candle, this 3-candle pattern, is called a bullish morning star pattern, and this could be a significant bottom. Overall, I believe prices have been consolidating and that we are on the precipice of a breakout. I think that the next move is going to be a breakout to new all-time highs, similar to what happened here in 2019. After bumping up against this resistance level several times, prices consolidated, and then we got the final breakout. I believe we are in a similar setup. Closing above this trend line, call it the 1960 level, would support this outlook, ideally in the next few weeks. So jumping over to the daily chart. Over on the daily gold futures chart, we have a different picture. We have a clearer picture, I believe. This was the final washout phase after this triangle broke down. Washout usually lasts between 5 and 8 trading days. I'd say it probably started here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roughly 8 days. Reverse gapped higher. And now we're seeing significant upside follow through. If prices break out above this trend line in the coming trading days, I would say that this is likely the move that might take, at a minimum, retest this area, but quite possibly could crash right through it. We'll just have to see how the next few days pan out. But this looks strong. This is the beginning of, I think, what could be a very strong move. Jumping over to silver. Silver broke down. We had a really weird day here. That's where the sellers stepped in. They crashed it down to this level. And now we've reversed that. Pretty much that entire breakdown. I'd like to see prices get a little bit higher. Maybe ideally above $24. Would be nice, and then I'd be a little more comfortable calling this a more permanent bottom. But for a breakout in silver, we really need prices to get above this 3-year trend line, above the $26 area. If we see prices do that in the next couple months, then I'd say that's probably the beginning of a bigger move. And lastly, gold miners. We had an interesting setup. This is just like 2016. Several gaps lower. The final exhaustion gap occurred here. Prices reversed and then closed above it 4 days later. And then they pretty much gapped through this gap, which is a strong sign. And we've had several up gaps in this direction, including today's. Prices reversed, had a huge bearish engulfing candle, and then the very next day they opened above the previous day's high. That is a bullish sign. And if we break out above this upper trend line, next week, I think it could be off to the races. That's just my outlook. I wanted to point out that about every 3 or 4 years, miners enter this really parabolic advance where they just shoot higher, leaving investors behind. It could be happening now. We just have to see how the strength of this move through this trend line. We'll find out. Okay, that's it for now. Hope everyone's well. Goodbye.